The theme of Samos was a Byzantine military civilian province, located in the eastern Aegean Sea, established in the late 9th century. As one of the Byzantine Empire's 3 dedicated naval themes, it served chiefly to provide ships and troops for the Byzantine navy. History. The dates of establishment and the territorial reach of the various Byzantine naval commands in the 7th–9th centuries are mostly unclear. After the unitary navy of the Carabisianoi was split up in the early 8th century, regional naval commands were established, of which the naval theme of the Sibiriots is the first known and most important. The 10th-century Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII Porphyrogenitos records that, at the time the empire was divided into themes, Samos became the seat of the theme of the sailors. The meaning of this passage is unclear. The historian Warren Treadgold interprets this to mean that Samos was the first seat of the Carabisianoi fleet, until their disbandment c. 727. Alternatively, it could imply a command that formed part of the Carabisianoi and was abolished with them, or a later, short-lived successor, perhaps even identical with the Sibiriots. The existence of a strategos of Samos in the 8th century is attested through a surviving seal of a strategos named Theodore. In the late 8th century, the southern Aegean appears to have come under the jurisdiction of the Drumgarios of the Dodecanese, whom some scholars identify with the positive Drumgarios of Kos, and the later Drumgarios of the Gulf, listed in the mid-9th century Tacticon Uspensky. This command then, or at least the eastern part of it, apparently evolved into the theme of Samos. The theme of Samos, with its governing strategos, is first documented in Philotheos's Cletrologion of 899. It included the islands of the eastern Aegean, as well as the western coast of Asia Minor between Adramyttian and Ephesus. The seat of the theme was at Smyrna, while subordinate Tormeshai had their seats at Adramyttian and Ephesus. In 911, the forces of the naval theme of Samos are recorded as being 3,980 oarsmen and 600 marines, with a fleet of 22 warships. The mainland portion of the theme, however, is also explicitly mentioned as belonging to the Thracian theme, which had a special Tormeshes in charge of defending the coast. This, along with a lack of mention of civil officials attached to the naval theme, most probably reflects a division of tasks. The strategos of Samos and his officials were responsible for furnishing the ships and crews of the thematic fleet as well as defending the islands, while the mainland coast, with its cities and population, came under the control of the Thracian strategos and his officials, who were responsible for their taxation and defense. Samos seems to have remained a purely military formation until the late 11th century, when its fleet was disbanded and it was converted into a regular theme with its own civil officials.